Are we actually doing this? Oh my. Oh me, oh my. Hi, YouTube. I hope this works. I hope this microphone is working. I'm you to whatever degree you're watching yourself on. um, this is a lesson on hashtags. It's hashtags, not hashtags. Hashtags are so old school, man. Hashtags, are you still using those? Hashtags. Wow. Hashtags, they're the new thing that are obviously going to become corporatized somehow because everything does. But right now they're sacred and they might always be sacred. But how sacred can it be if it's on YouTube, brother? How sacred can it be? I don't know. I don't know, but I still need to share it. Still need to share it. It's important that we can have our cake and eat it too, can't we? This is the symbol that we're looking at here. Hold on. Am I really doing this? Oh, well, hold on. Excuse me. I've dreamt of doing this for a long time. And I'm just watching my dream come true. this is this is a symbol. Okay. The hashtags, hush, they're filled with symbols, just like any other language. You got your English, your what is it? Greco-Roman? Is that a calendar? Is that a we're talking Latin, Paleo-Hebrew? That's a new one I'm learning. Esperanto. That's a neat one. Hey, anyone got anyone using Duolingo? Because I really like to get that family plan. It's a it's it's a way different thing using Super Duolingo than it is using the free version. I'll tell you that. And the odds are next level. I I, I don't want to just keep using the free version. I honestly, it's like the one thing that is hooked me in. I want to start a family. It's not even that I want to join Duolingo. It's that Duolingo is making me want to start a family. And it's honestly what it is. Okay, I'll shut up and okay. This is I don't even know what to call this symbol. This symbol, let's go backwards here a little bit. This symbol, this is what I'm used to. Okay, I've written this symbol. The hashtags came to me 5 years ago. Okay, and I haven't shared them with the world. I've shared them with a handful of people. A handful of people know how to use and speak the hashtags. And it's possible that more people no, I'm not open to I mean I'm not unopposed to the idea that hashtags are like the most popular thing already in some parallel dimension or I don't it like it I'm not close-minded about how many people use them. Which is why anyways, observation effect, like just the fact that I'm putting this on the internet. Wow, am I that annoying already? I don't know. It's really helpful for me to have an audience and to see my audience. Um, like talk to a person. Anders, where are you? We're gonna get on a call soon. I'm gonna have guests on. Okay, we're starting from scratch here, brother. It's okay. This is the she lives symbol, okay? This is the seventh hashtag, the seventh principle of the hashtags. I don't know what to call them yet. The names for functions, that's a good one. Oh, uh-oh. It's the free will. Watch out. Hold on. There's your free will. There's your free will. Yeah, I wasn't trying to start an OnlyFans. Like, it's just how it works. It's just how it is. Like, that's free will. And maybe it's got more to do with me than I got. Free the nipple. Hashtag. There's a hashtag for you. Free the nipple. No, I was trying to get this one. Here we go. No, what's happening? Okay, there we go. I need my cloud. I need my white cloud. There we go. Excuse my retardation. Retard. It's not the same thing. It's a musical term. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. The David. There he is. The levels. Oh, I'm shaking in my bones already. Hashtags work like this. They say a million things at once. You know, like good art and oh, I don't know. It's like a picture says 1,000 words. How much does a video say? How much does hyper object? Don't use those big words on me. Keep it simple, stupid. Excuse my ableism, YouTube. You sided with a you said the word. You said you're done. You're done. You're done. You can't even anyways. uh so this is one hashtag here. Go see what does it say? What does it say? It says all the things. This is the seventh hashtag in the series. If you think of a flower of life or an egg of life, rather, it's a three-dimensional egg of life. It's like a cube. It's like a cube. You've got the six spheres two-dimensionally, and then you've got two spheres three-dimensionally. And why am I talking about that in hashtag? Oh yes, this because the 8 original hashtags that make up the world, make up your reality. Uh, according to this system, according to this perception, they make up the reality, the dystopia or the utopia. Utopia. And this principle is the seventh. There are 6 principles. This is the 7th, and then there's an 8th. And that's all important, considering the lesson today. I'll put this away here. The lesson today is about this symbol here. She lives symbol. She lives is the most beautiful meme I can fathom. It's an affirmation. It's an answer to why did the chicken cross the road? To have a look at Bo Burnham's inside for that one. I think the deluxe edition. I'm not a comedian. I'm a linguist. And I'll do my best to keep you entertained and keep it funny because comedy is truth telling. Believe that wholeheartedly. Okay. People, I've taught this lesson before, and people said I was trying to the hashtags. There's this funny paradox of the seriousness versus the silliness, and the crossover between serious and silly. And it's funny to take things seriously. It's really funny when things are and you the seriousness they both go in each direction infinitely. Seriousness and silliness. And they uh they give way to each other in the most incredible way. Okay, so this here symbol, we have what looks like an L. That's an L. Okay, it's an L. What's the alphabet that I'm thinking of? I've got to trying to span this whole historical. Go to school, brother, for linguistics. I My school is reading Diana Reed Slattery. Is that name? Uh, Not the Maze Game, but the Xenolinguistics. Ooh, that's such a good book. What a good book. The English alphabet. What am I trying to say about it? I keep saying Roman Greco, but it's a Latin script, and it comes from the Greek alphabet. And did the Romans influence it as well? I don't know. Get a subscription to Brilliant today. I watched a good one. She had a bit of a viral, not a viral for YouTube, for my feed at least, talking about not wanting to be stupid anymore. So that's fun. I'm an INFP if you follow that. I don't know. I don't until a month ago. Anyways, so this is an L. It's also a storybook. It's also an opening and closing door if you are familiar with architecture. Architecture. This is the way to join. This is the way to draw a door in a CAD program like this. A swinging door. So we make sure that this space right here is being taken into account. Because if we design the room just for that, we're not designing the room for the swinging door. Pretty simple. Simple stuff. So yeah, it's like kindergarten all over again. So that is, it's like oh, look at that. It's like the story coming to life. It's like the essence of what's inside the book coming out. All right. And this here, that's an S for the self or the story or all the S is it's a whole lot of things. It's a plurality in and of itself. And then the S, of course, this is another word that I'm looking for. It's not that it's a homophone, that or it's not that it's pictographic. It's about the visual. It's related to pictographic when an S looks like an 8, like those ones that you draw in middle school. There, I gotta do this again. You already know, don't you? Oh, you already know. See if I can remember. Come on now. Look at that. Come on. Just leave a super chat down below. Thanks. Okay. And then there's that. And then there's that. And this captivated everyone. Everyone in the classroom. Does it go this way or that way? Oh, yeah, you got to think about it. You got to think three-dimensionally. There you go. Fill up, fill up a, fill up a whole page with these. Beautiful. Beautiful. There's the S. There's the infinity. And look at that. It's like a Mobius strip, right? Beautiful. And so that's what it's like. That is what it is like. Like Mike. And this is what this is what I discovered today. See above my Thursday, March 21st, a few hours prior to this. That's why I'm making this video. It's why I'm coming out of hiding YouTube, because of this symbol. And I've visualized this symbol before, but I never wrote it out. So I've seen this. I've written this one plenty times, and this one comes with its own. Like I said, the doors of perception, like that, 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 that. So there you have the storybook and the opening door with the transpersonal archetype, the character, the self, the entire story jumping out of the novel, out of the book. Which book? Oh, I don't know. Any book. How about the good book? How about that one? Plenty of bad books out there, right? Depending on your definition, again, subjectivity, playing around with that. Plenty of that. Good book. That's the 8th principle of the hashtags. Good book, or good food, or good all kinds of things. See, people are obsessed with, like, the way our society is set up. It's set up in such a way that free food and goodwill are important, and that mucks up the 2nd and 8th principle. I showed you free will prior to this, and free will is it's too much for people to handle. We don't know how to create a society based upon, well, plenty of secret societies, I think, that understand the principle, but well, even then, you got a world. Excuse me, you've got a world. I've interviewed people about the first set of 6 hashtags, and free will it's less people than I thought answered free will, given a choice of 5 to 6 different options. So anyways, I say free will. That's my vote. Yeah. Oh, and there's that other fellow, Robert Sapolsky. Oh my gosh, Robert. Hello. Oh, you're so grand. What an incredible mind. So much intelligence on this like, I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But I don't agree. I don't agree with Robert Sapolsky on that. I do not. He did an interview with someone who was speaking for free will, and whew, that's a debate if there ever was one. Whew, love it. You could consider me a compatibilist, I suppose. Compatibilist. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hmm. This is the part that just got me. It looks like a bit like the one in Star Wars. Those ships. So I'd never really done this before. I'd never done this mode of just mirroring it like that. But I was writing about free will, and I was trying to fit freelance into an hashtag. And maybe you don't know what that means just yet, but fitting it into an hashtag, we can expand a word from 1 to 8, or we can subtract a word from infinity to 8. And hashtags are always written as 8 characters inside of what you saw here before, the symbol, the hush symbol, as opposed to the hash. And then it's so it's, I'm not sure which way I'm in. Left side, I'm learning Paleo Hebrew. Maybe it'll eventually be the right side to the left, the left to the right, the beginning to the ending, ending to the beginning, and in between is 8. 8, and the importance of 8 is disciplinary. It's a logic, self-contained logic, and within that rigid structure, plenty of wild happenings can occur. But it's a language based on, like, I suppose, the matrix of experience and this and that, and I bore myself now. So there we are. There you have it. The mirror image, like as if we were to draw a line and that was reflected in the water. And so you see the 9 above and then the 6 below. You turn my 6s to 9s. You know that? So, oh, this language. It's just too cool for school. It's too cool for school. I don't know. I don't know if it's either hyper intelligent or super the opposite of that. Serious and silly. I think it's just it gets to be what it is. It is what it is. This the storybook opens, so it opens, and depending on what your perspective of the storybook is and what way it's opening towards, what direction, depending on the observer observing it, right? It can, that infinite story contained within it can evoke different interpretations. And so we start with a good book, for example. There are so many different transliteration. There are so many different interpretations and translations of the Bible. And some Christians, I'm talking about this because I live in the West, and it's significant. Regardless of your views, your beliefs, it's just it's what I grew up with. And so it's something for me to contend with. And this isn't how I know how to contend with. This is how I know how to engage with it. Contend. So that 8, that 8 is reaching for something. The 8 is, I've heard the 8 described as community, as this overarching sort of Slenderman, this amalgamation of all of cultural activity. It's the sort of fear projected, all of our deepest fears projected into this 8. It's the octopus, it's the spider, it's the that infinite that's impossible. You can never how do you contend with it? It's aeonic loops, right? Just loops and loops and loops. What kind of loops? Fruity loops? What kind of loops? And so that eight is it's reaching in it's reaching to if it's any good of a story, it's reaching to get outside of itself, to create a sort of meta commentary. And I people, let's take that word back. Come on, come on, come on. Such good memories of friends trying to be more meta than the other. So that eight, it strives to transcend. And I think that can go in also either direction. I say either as if it's a binary thing. So we go up or down, depending, like this symbol is showing us up or down. In this case, I think I think it's significant. There's a lot of different psychological versions of the mind that rely on the number four sides of the mind, sort of grid structure like that, right? And so we have this nine above, and that nine is this transcendent principle, but we also have this six down here. And why I made sense of these L's becoming W's. You lose enough times, it becomes a win. I mean, failure is part of success. It's required. You need to take a few L's or you're never going to get the W's. And so it's not exactly here. Should be more obvious, but these are L's, or that this is a W rather. So kind of right like that. And I mean, it's so crude, right? It's so crude. But you can think of that six. That six is the mind. You're sick, and you're 666. Down below, that's the hell. And up above is the heaven. And I know how crude, but I like the symmetry of the symbol like that. And I like how it's mirrored. If I were to mirror this nine here and just flip it like that, flip it like I flipped the rest, it would look like it would what it looked like. It looked more like a D. But I didn't. It didn't call for that when the symbol was revealing itself. It called for this nine and then this, oh yeah, of course. You turn it like this. And so if I took the whole image, maybe I can do this like that and then merge them. If I took the whole image like that, you can already see it in your mind. How painful is this slow computer? Eventually we'll get it up and going. Here you go. See? It's the same thing. It's doing cartwheels. And now my computer is slowing down. and I can feel it losing steam. And so I'm going to leave you. I'm going to leave you here with this lesson. And if the copyright isn't a problem, I'm just going to play You Turn My Sixes to Nines as a as an outro. All right. Thanks for tuning in. You.